I remember when Mama took me to go see Wimbledon once. I stood front row. And Andre Agassi, he pointed right at me. And then I said, Mama, is that a homosexual? Because I only respond to the homosexuals.
Well, that's the cold open for the episode.
Yeah, there we go.
And an extra entry on WikiFeet as well.
I know.
What a lucky audience.
And I feel like that's just the next natural goal in my, rise to celebrity stardom is an entry on WikiFeet.
I was going to say, have you considered an OnlyFans yet?
Ain't nobody want to see that, let's be honest.
Jake's put his hand up.
Yeah, one subscriber.
One subscriber.
Well, when I saw Kenzie's sex tape, as a mother, I wanted to kill her. But as her manager, I'm full of pop culture references. I love the way it's just like, yeah, we're just going to have fans.
Yeah, the fans are going to happen.
The fans are going to happen.
As we're both here in full suits, in heat. Whose idea with this? Yeah, my fan doesn't.
Ours.
Oh, it does do that. I didn't think it better.
Revelations.
Get in the crack. Get in the crack. Get in the crack.
First time you've had to say that in your life?
It is. There you go. All new experiences in the Blackheart household.
See? We open up people's worlds.
Yeah. Thank you, Mother.
You're very welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
This is such a chaotic start. I feel like this is bringing in the delirium from last night.
This is 100% of the delirium from not getting to sleep forcibly, not by choice, forced not to get to sleep until about 2:30 a.m.
Well, later than that, 2:30 was when we got in.
Yes. Greetings and welcome to Hot House Drag. May we please remind you that this episode could contain strong language and adult themes. So, if that's going to be an issue for you, may we kindly suggest that you off immediately. And now, please welcome your host, the UK's nuclear bombshell of drag and Hot House CEO, Kenz Blackheart.
Looked at mine, but...
Yeah, it was a slog. But anyway, hello and welcome to the HotCast.
3 minutes in.
Yeah, 3 minutes in, but...
3 minutes of rambling that may or may not get cut.
Who knows?
Or shortened, who knows?
It's the
exclusive access.
Exactly, it's the mamager's decision at the end of the day. I'm your podcast host, Kenzie Jenner, and joining me on the sofa today is my ever iconic drag son, and we are going to dish today about our experiences last night at My Chemical Romance. Please welcome Ace Spectrum.
Hello. Thank you for the applause.
You're very welcome. So yeah, how are we doing?
I was going to say,
now?
it's kind of weird starting it off with like, how are you, when I've spent literally over the last 24 hours.
Yeah, literally.
Just with you. So
yeah, I mean, it's a miracle that we've not killed each other. I'm kidding, we get on really well. But yeah, I mean, last night was both amazing and also hell. Yeah. In multiple respects. But yeah, we'll get into it. So, for those who are just tuning in, hello, welcome. So last night, literally at time of recording last night, Ace, myself, and Amber Satchwell, who I'm sure you all love and adore, went to go see My Chemical Romance at Wembley Stadium. And I mean, let's go right from the beginning. It was a bit chaotic to begin with because you literally came from work, which was...
Yeah. Whose fault was it that we were nearly late? Maybe me. Maybe me. Did we need to run down the stairs of the train station to get the train? Yes. But we got the train, so that's fine. Yeah, it's one of those things. I can get a couple of hours off work, and then I was getting here, traffic was awful, and I was messaged being like, I think we can still make the train. I can do a quick 15-minute turnaround, which included shaving, makeup, getting changed. But you know what? Musical theatre prepares you for that. Growing up in musical theatre quick, you get ready for a quick change.
Oh, yes.
Redid my hair as well.
Yeah, literally the whole shebang. And I mean, it was literally the real life version of the 20-minute drag on Drag Race. It was boom, boom, boom. It was like
bam, bam, bam.
It was like watching a one-person F1 team change a tyre. It was incredible. But yeah, I mean, apart from, it was cutting it fine. We made where we needed to be in very good time.
We did, yeah.
The trains there weren't too bad, thankfully. Had our little snackies on the go as well, which was
train bevies.
Yep, train bevies. Well, you did. Me and Amber, not so much, but
knocked back a couple of tinnies.
Yep, knocked back a couple of tinnies, and yes, I am delirious now. I've officially hit it. And it was, to be fair, everything up until leaving was absolutely great. I mean, getting there was absolutely fine. The usual walk from the train station to Wembley itself is a bit of a slog.
Especially in the heat. It was hot yesterday.
Oh my God. Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute, but my God. But no, I mean, and to be fair as well, it was actually all right where we were sat because we were in block 218. So our entrance was the level 2 east entrance. It wasn't A, B or C. It was level 2 east, which was its own little thing. And it was quiet. I mean, we had no queue hardly going in, straight through the scanners.
And it was air-conned.
Air-conned.
Oh.
That's...
Oh.
Preach.
I tell you what, working the NHS, aircon is a luxury, and I was bathing in it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I literally sent you a TikTok the other day, which was was an Instagram reel where it was working for the NHS, and this is the luxurious aircon that we get, and it was literally a fan which was down from 3 propellers to 2, and it was just chugging along. I mean, that was Mama B's also nodding because she also worked for the NHS. Yeah, it's rough there.
Yeah, we had 2 fans in our room at the start of this week. We went down to 1 fan because I very graciously gave our fan to another team because they are the trigger response team who go out and manage cardiac arrests on the ward, and they had no aircon, no fans in a room that directly faces the sun, so they can't even open the window or anything. And I was like, you guys are you're pretty important.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm not important, but I'm not attending a cardiac arrest.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, what you do is important, but what they do, you deem more important than yourself.
Yeah.
There we go.
They deserve to be able to come back to an office after what will be a pretty rubbish time.
Yes.
And not be in the heat. So we very graciously have lent them one of our fans. I will be expecting it back at some point, though.
Has it got the Sharpie written over it? Property of department,
very,
blah, blah, blah.
Very quickly, as they were whisking it away, it was slap a sticker on it, highlighter pen.
As is standard office procedure.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, the aircon there was incredible. I mean, there was one point where we'd sort of gotten to our seats. Was it?
It was between the...
Yeah, it was between Joan Jett and MCR. And you and I went out to go get a water refill. Wembley, I'm directing this at you. One fault. Why have you got one water refill pump for an entire block? There was a fully it was literally people were playing Snake.
Yeah.
How it winded round.
But I think it was a good show of healthy decision making that went on, that there was this very, very long queue to fill up your water bottle. And next to it was the cocktail stand, which had no queue.
Nothing, empty.
And, that's, I think, that's good decision making for, a lot of millennials.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Got to stay hydrated.
Yeah, the audience are all millennials now, so we're we're in our 30s, so we're a lot more conscious about, you know, getting up in the morning, and we can't deal with the hangovers as well as we used to. Yeah, it's a young person's game now. But no, yeah, I mean, but when me and you were waiting for that, there was like one point where we were like standing in front of the entrance into our block, and the air that was coming through, that was Belinda Carlisle, Heaven is a Place on Earth. That was literally, I think we were saying about going to get water, and Amber was like, oh, well, if the queue is that bad, I was like, no, it's okay, we'll go and do it. And then it was literally, it was worth it just to like stand in the shade for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that was the thing as well. At that point, we'd started off not in the sun.
Yes.
And then the sun decided to assault us.
As Joan Jett started, and I was equals levels pissed off with the sun for doing that, because this is a woman that I have waited years to see live. Finally see her by chance, like no idea she was going to be there. And it turned out she was opening for that one night that we were there. So I think I said it on Bucky's episode. I don't know if that will come out before or after this. The podcast schedule is very much Doctor Who, timey-wimey ball of stuff. But yeah, I said about it when we were going. So me, Mum, Dad, and Jake were going to Chelsea Theatre, and I was using that time to like, you know, sort out travel plans and that with you and Amber at the time. And I looked up like the event details for MCR, and it said like, oh, there's a different support act each night. So night one, it's Skunkanisi, which pretty cool. I mean, very cool. Night two, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, and literally I'm in the back of the car. I'm not this sort of person, but I literally went, and everyone wants, what? Normally it's Jake that does that, and we've had to tell him off before in the car for literally all of a sudden, we think it's like going to run over a fucking badger or something. Like it gets dramatic. And it was me, and I was like, Joan Jett's opening on Friday. And it was incredible. What did you think of Joan Jett?
She was brilliant. We were saying, you know, there are some people from that era that you hear live and you think, ooh, your voice has gone a little bit. She sounds exactly like she does on like those original records. Yeah, it was great. I was quite surprised actually that a lot of the audience didn't seem to know some of the really like big numbers, and it's like,
yeah, that was shocking. Like this. She's an icon. Like, hello.
You don't know Cherry Bomb?
Oh, my, yeah.
What?
I love Cherry Bomb. That I think
so good.
I think I would maybe say that is my favourite Joan Jett song. But yeah, I mean, my God, I mean, like you said, some of these older singers, sometimes it's hit or miss with them. A lot of the time, especially we've had it before, where we book them knowing their voice probably isn't going to be that good, but because they're at a later stage in life, you book the show just in case you do never get to see them again. And half the time they exceed expectations. Half the time it's a bit of a car crash. Paul Young, I'm calling you out. That was abysmal. Shaka Khan as well. When we saw her, she near enough just screamed through her numbers.
Shaka
Khan. But yeah, I mean, Joan Jett, you can tell that she knows how to look after her voice and herself. I mean, she looked incredible as well.
Oh, mother.
I mean, the haircut is still haircutting. Her arms were so amazingly toned. I feel like that's what Madonna wanted to achieve, like Once Upon a Time. But she didn't achieve that, whereas Joan Jett achieved what Madonna wanted to do.
Is that shade to Madonna on the HotCast?
Oh yeah, I mean, I love Madonna, but I'm not afraid to shade the ones that I love. I mean, that's how I show affection. Hello.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Joan Jett, just an icon. And the thing that surprised me was like, I would never have expected her to be an opener for My Chemical Romance, because it sort of seems like, how the hell did they book a legend like that? But to be fair, I think obviously there's been many times where I've seen like Joan Jett's, they've got a new gig, etc. And it's like all these like various stadium gigs. Most of them are with like other bands, etc. So I suppose it's not too surprising because it's just part of the circuit that she does now, which is fine. A girl's got to live, she's got to eat, and she clearly loves what she does still. But yeah, so what an iconic start to
such strong start.
Ultimately incredible evening.
Even if we did have to spend the whole time of it shielding our eyes.
That was the other bit, yeah. So where we were sat, it was, I'll insert sort of pictures and videos throughout the episode that we've taken. But yeah, there literally was parts where, so as we're walking into the venue and you get through the barriers, there's like someone handing out cards. And it turned out that these were for the actual MCR show. And there were cards that had yay or nay on either side.
Have we got them anywhere? They're probably both upstairs, aren't
they? I think they're upstairs, yeah. But yeah, literally at this point, I mean, thank God they gave them out because we were using them as like bonnets almost, like just sat there all with our bonnets just like bopping along to Joan Jett.
Oh, there was a video that there definitely is a video that is being inserted here now of
Kenzie bopping along happily to Joan Jett with like a cardboard bonnet in front of her.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but to be fair though, we weren't the only ones. I mean, I did look around at points.
That block, yeah.
And it was funny as well because at that time, because obviously the sun was then coming round and beaming directly onto the audience our side. Excuse me. And I think I looked over at one point and all the back part where the big screen was. And I just said to Amber, it looks like there's like a bunch of butterflies over there because literally everyone was just fanning. It was so funny. It looked like Tropical Wings was back open. It was hilarious.
Tropical Wings.
Throwback.
Oh my God. I haven't thought about Tropical Wings in ages.
I mean, is it even still going? Because I don't think it's as good as it used to be. I think it did go downhill. Is it still open?
Just a bit of nostalgia.
Yeah, it's just there for the nostalgia. A bit like going to see My Chemical Romance, really. Hello, full circle. So yeah, that all happens then. And then we get to the main events. Oh my God. So it all kicks off. Well, even before that, I mean, there was on the screens, I'll throw my hands up. I had no idea what I was going into with this. Unlike someone like 21 Pilots or Gaga, I like the songs that I like, and that's what I was there for. Apart from that, didn't really know too much else apart from what was the few hit songs that I knew. So there's all of the stage itself was done very brutalist, which I loved anyway because I love brutalist architecture, etc. That looked incredible. And the side screens, it had like the rules of the nation. So the whole thing was done as like a nation tour. What would you call it? Like a diplomatic tour?
Yeah, so on the way, when we got back last night, I was like, I now need to know all the lore of this. I kind of wanted to go in like without the knowledge of specifically the lore of this tour.
Yeah.
But it is such a level of extra camp that like, so the nation is called like drag.
But with 2 A's. Drag.
And they're all like essentially in like a work camp being like indoctrinated into the military authoritarian leaders' ideals.
It's very like Soviet dictatorship. Ultimately, it was very 1984 George Orwell, which that's one of my favourite books. So I was straight away there for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was giving like the rules of the nation and all that good stuff. Was the guy that I suppose would have been Big Brother, essentially, was he there during that time as well? Or was he...
No, I don't think so.
No, I think No, because they were still showing the things on that screen as well.
Yeah, came in when it started.
Yeah, and then you can tell when the show was starting because there was like people in like suits and sunglasses looking very
uniform.
Authoritarian. I can't get the word.
Authoritarian.
Authoritarian, thank you. Very little sleep right now. Sort of like wandering around the stage all of a sudden, and then we had a woman in a huge red opera dress being walked out to the B stage. It was like immersive theatre in a stadium. Yeah.
I don't think I have been to a show with that level of storytelling. And yeah, it was... I think as well, we watch it as like drag performers, and we're seeing all these things of being like, this is like, we can appreciate the technicalities of how it is all created, of like the staging and the costumes and the storytelling. And I mean, to segue via drag, Gerard Way is like drag king goals.
100%.
The amount of like videos that I've taken to be like, I need to study this presence, especially for me, because I love leaning into that like sort of slightly creepy side of things. And it's like this like MC in cabaret sort of vibe.
Yes, yeah,
it's
very
like,
that.
Oh, this is perfect. But he is also, and if Ruby's watching this, she will laugh at me for this, like, he is the archetype of like the man that is, if any man is going to get me a little bit hot and bothered, it is like a sweaty emo rat man.
Yeah, I get that.
Literally, that is the character that I'm playing in Dungeons and Dragons at the moment, is like emo sweaty rat man. And I was watching, I was like, yeah.
It's not for everyone, but for those that it is for, oh my God, yeah. And I mean, there was a good deal of that last night. I'm not going to lie. I know that my boyfriend is in the room right now, but I do not care. There were moments, and I think there was literally fully a moment when we were waiting for the water, and this guy walked past, jet black slicked back hair, a black vest top, high waist trousers, but like the suspenders, and I just couldn't help but like, so fucking hot. I do not care. I will say it. So fucking hot. Whoever you are, please know you are so fucking hot.
I think that was the thing that I loved as well, was how in it all of the audience was. Like, everyone was living there, but everyone was looking great. Everyone was so much effort, full on, gorgeous looks, gorgeous makeup.
Yeah. Oh my God. You want to talk about going into it? The experience last night, because let's also not forget who was playing last night at BST Hyde Park, Pitbull.
Yeah.
So the trains, I'm going to sneeze.
No, you're not.
It's gone. Bless me. Sneeze, goddammit. The trains, half the people on them were white shirts, black trousers, bald caps, and sunglasses.
Without the bald cap, when it was there was some that you weren't quite sure if it was like black trousers, white top, black tie, or that could be either. Who knows? Bald cap, you know.
And then there was others where it was full emo realness, or black shirt, red tie, or military jackets, and it was like the two worlds were so different, yet I felt like the vibes of the people were so similar.
Yeah.
Like it's that, almost that sort of like full-on commitment from both sides, which I think there was like a camaraderie on the public transport for that. And it was so lovely. And obviously there was like the occasional jokes as we were like walking through stations where it's like someone's obviously been to Pitbull and it's like, oh, did you go see MCR? And vice versa. It was so funny. But yeah, I mean, what an experience for just like commuters or that though as well. To have a train full of
Friday afternoon.
Literally to have a train full of men and women all in bald caps and sunglasses, and the other half all dressed in black and with the craziest coloured hair, myself included now. It was, I love stuff like that.
It really was like the freaks taking over London. Like, infesting the
we come out from the sewers. This is our moment. So yeah, that was bonkers. Anyway, so yeah, then we went on a complete tangent there, but that's
it was relevant.
That's what we do on this podcast. So yeah, MCR starts, and it started out with someone with a marching drum, and then there was like a bouquet laid on the stage, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was the bouquet of wheat.
Yes, bouquet of wheat.
There was then also a lady with a bouquet of wheat. I wonder if it was the same bouquet of wheat. Was that just coincidence? There was a lady in the station with a full-on bouquet of wheat.
Yeah, on the way back at Wembley Park Station.
Like midnight as well.
Carrying a full, like, bouquet of wheat onto the train with her. I don't think that might have been the same one, but she definitely had the commitment. Yeah. That's guaranteed. Yeah, and then it was like the authoritarian people.
National anthem.
Yeah, national anthem as well. So everyone in the stadium stood up for that. We're all doing this, the salute, singing along to the national anthem. We've got the blind opera girl in the huge red opera dress singing that. And then they start, and it was just incredible. I mean, they started with all of the songs from the Black Parade, because it was celebrating the Black Parade, the album. Just incredible.
Yeah.
And, the first few songs are obviously, I imagine, just, getting everyone into the mood, etc. And then they bring out like a plinth, like a podium, like a politician's podium. And they go into the Black Parade itself. That room exploded. Before it actually exploded. More on that later.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, absolutely incredible. And I mean, the level of storytelling as well. I mean, was there much of the sort of lore that played out throughout that you've read so far?
What, in terms of since coming along? Like, going in, I didn't know much about the lore. I mean, I got pretty quickly just when we arrived, like, okay, this is going to be very authoritarian. Got it. Well on board for that.
We're in a world.
They played, what was it that was at the beginning that was like, gave super like Fallout vibes?
Oh my God, yeah.
It was like a Vera Lynn or something like that.
It was Vera Lynn, We'll Meet Again.
Yes.
They played Vera Lynn, We'll Meet Again, and it was just that perfect level. If people who play Fallout, stuff like that, will know exactly what we're talking about. When those sorts of apocalyptic games play like the very old music, and it's just the contrast of it's my
perfect. My favorite vibe is that like vintage where it's very clearly like 40s, 50s, 60s inspired, with apocalyptic of like, what essentially would have happened if all the nukes did go off.
Yeah, if the worst did happen.
Yeah. I love, and to have the whole stadium singing along to that was so eerie.
Yeah. They absolutely nailed that.
I think that's one they've changed in different places as well, because I think they've only been doing that in the UK.
Which I suppose would make sense, because that was like our wartime song, and I think it also made a resurgence during COVID, I want to say.
Yeah.
So again, that was a little bit eerie.
I think in the US they used one that was also used in American Horror Story.
Oh, okay.
It's like in the first one, it's like Patience and Prudence or something like that.
Right, okay, yeah.
But like, again, creepy vibes. Big fan of that.
But they know how to do creepy vibes.
Experts. Masterclass.
But yeah, like the level of storytelling, throughout it was incredible. There was moments where, we had a dictator as well.
Yeah, you had the dictator there, eating fish and chips. With a corgi. He had a corgi. Not a real corgi,
not a real one. Calm down, Jake. It wasn't real, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, the fact he was eating fish and chips, but it looked like the most blandest, like unseasoned food ever, which I think is part of the whole thing, that it's this place which is devoid of flavour and joy, and which again plays into the music really. So yeah, that was incredible. And then just to finish off this part of the episode before we go to ad break, we had an execution live on stage. Mama B's now listening to this going, what the fuck? So the cards that we got when we were going in, the yay or nay, they were so the audience could vote on an execution. They didn't actually say what the people were guilty of. Just...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, the thing they said was, like, I haven't been told what they're guilty of. I've just been told it's quite bad.
Yeah, Gerard's just the voice on
very much the thing of what they've actually done doesn't matter. They are, you know, an example of if you do something.
Yeah, they had like 4, I would imagine they were stunt performers.
Yeah.
Because there were stunt performers throughout the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, all sort of like with like hands like restrained, like the black bags over their head. And so the whole audience gets to vote, and we all vote, no, they should not get to live because we're British and we're a bit sadistic like that. Hello. And yeah, they have like these silhouettes of like the firing squad.
Kind of like, you know, how, I mean, very different vibes, but you know how they've got like we shall remember like the black silhouette soldiers for like Remembrance Day, like that, but like they've got the guns out, shooting ready.
And there was like a troop of them that just pop up from the stage, and then the execution happens, and then the pyrotechnics go off because the guns got fired, and the stuntmen are, it was incredible. And it played into the whole story of this is a malicious dictatorship that you know this world is taking place in right now, under the backdrop of My Chemical Romance's music, which
and also I think it's a very important topic at the moment because unfortunately we are closer to that sort of situation at the moment than it would be good to be. Arguably closer than actually when their music first came out.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's always been around. I mean, if I'm not wrong in remembering, MCR was actually born more or less out of 9/11.
Yeah.
Gerard Way, did he witness it?
Yes, I think he was on the commuter train.
Yeah.
We've also talked about this recently in our Dungeons and Dragons group of I'm assuming you know about like the 9/11 pipeline.
I do, yes.
That leads to like Ellen's show getting cancelled via 50 Shades of Grey and Twilight, and it's
all because of 9/11. It's hilarious. I mean, 9/11 itself wasn't hilarious, but I mean, it depends on the timing of the joke. I mean, the amount of times on stage when I've picked up like a prop phone or something and gone like, "Hello," yeah, to hit the second tower. Like, that's my level of humour. I do apologise. I've got a very dark sense of humour.
It fits. We're in the UK.
Yeah, again, we ordered for people to be executed without actually knowing what they did.
Yeah.
So, and on that illicit bombshell, and while Dad's just waking up from his slumber, we shall now go for a quick ad break, and we shall see you right after this with part 2. Bye, my lovelies. This podcast is sponsored by Kaleidoscope. Discover upcoming events, projects, and ways to get involved at kaleidoscope.uk. This podcast is sponsored by Atelier.BLACKHEART. Oh wait, that's me. Now, if you've seen the HotCast, which chances are you most likely have, then you have seen my work. I am always very proud to say that 99% of what I wear in drag is made by me. The other 1%, we don't talk about her. And now I am offering my services to you because on top of being your illustrious podcast host, producer of an award-winning drag company, and everything else that I do, I am now offering my services to you as a costume and fashion designer. Whether you are a queen, king, thing, singer, dancer, or acrobat, everyone, every discipline, and every size are welcome. The process is easy, and I talk directly with you throughout it. After a consultation, a 3D render of a size-accurate model of yourself is made, and then construction is done in a clean, smoke-free and pet-free studio. And may I also say pricing is very fair and reasonable in comparison to other houses and studios. Trust me, those people can get very expensive. So get in touch today. DM on Instagram or Facebook at Atelier.BLACKHEART for all information. Thank you, me, for sponsoring this podcast. Are you looking to get even more Hot House goodness into your life? Then follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with our latest news and events. Or you can visit our website at hothousedrag.co.uk to find out more and buy your tickets for our next fantastic show. See you there, my lovelies.
Fun fact about Southwood and Ferrers.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard, just in case this is extra content for you, have you heard about the Southwood and Ferrers theme song?
No.
So Southwood and Ferrers, like, fun fact, we're going really, really boring deep dive now into Essex lore. But Southwood and Ferrers...
We do stuff like that on this podcast.
Southwood and Ferrers was like a complete fresh new build town in like the 60s for like commuter overflow and stuff. So the whole thing was like designed from scratch. So there's actually like a theory that, you know how a load of supermarkets have like towers, clock towers on them?
Yes.
The one that like that seems to trace back to is the Tesco at Southwood and Ferrers, because the whole of Southwood and Ferrers was built with this like very strict code that it had to like look Essex. And so that barn style supermarket that has like the barn roof and the clock tower came from Southwood and Ferrers.
Huh.
So that's a fun fact as well. But when they were marketing it, they had like a little jingle, which is along the lines of like, Southwood and Ferrers, the village by the sea. Just want to say, Southwood and Ferrers, not by the fucking sea.
No.
Not by the sea. Terrible marketing. Terrible.
Lies. Liza Minnelli lies.
If I ever end up getting booked in Southwood and Ferrers, I know what song I will be doing. I will be bringing that jingle to the people of Southwood and Ferrers. But yeah, that was my...
No, I love random bits of trivia, honestly. It's always welcome on this podcast.
Don't fact check it, because I have no idea where I learnt half of this stuff from. Could be all complete lies, but I like to believe it's real, and I've certainly told enough people as if it's real.
I mean, same with most of the trivia that I know. Yeah. I don't know where most of it came from. Do not fact check me, but it's in my brain for some reason. So
cute.
There we go.
Yeah, that was our little extra content bit. If you still want your little drink and break,
go
straight back in. That's the music coming.
Oh, right, okay. Thank you.
I was just checking my scribbly notes from last night. What have I covered?
That's all right.
Sexy rat man. Sexy, sweaty rat man. Yeah, that was my main thing on there. Cute.
I mean, there were multiple times where, regardless of like that guy that walked past us, I mean, me and Amber, we were fully like Brittany Broski, that meme of her where she's like, I'm at the gates of my enclosure, just let me have a go. Like every time like Gerard and Mikey were on screen, because certain men age like fine wine. Gerard Way, and it is Mikey Way, isn't it? Or is it Mikey Taylor? I can't. It was the one that had the vest on at the end.
I'm a really shit fan that I don't know the names of it.
I think it was Mikey.
I'm actually like a fake MC. No, I do love MCR, but like I'm not that.
Same. I know
cancel me, please.
I know his name was Mikey. That's as much as I know. And I also know that, my God, fucking sexy.
Yeah, that's the main bit you need to know, right?
Literally. And welcome back to the podcast. I'm still joined on the sofa by a Spectrum. Both still very much recovering from last night's MCR shenanigans.
Changed into my... It's too hot, my MCR merch.
There we go. Yes, we did get some very lovely merch. Mine's upstairs, so I can't show everyone. But I also got a Joan Jett t-shirt, which I'm very happy about. Only went up to XL, and I'm a 2XL, but I've fully got the intention of tailoring it and cutting and splicing and making it mine and very fancy, especially after what I did for Amber.
Yeah.
Insert picture here, because the t-shirt dress that Amber wore, I made. Hello. A
lot of compliments on that.
So many
compliments on that.
Which was lovely, because every time, like, someone was like, I love your dress, like, where did you get it? And she just went, they made it. And there's just me with my neon yellow, like, highlighter hair, like, hello, I make stuff. So yeah, that was lovely as well. But yeah, so then, yeah, we get all of the sort of more dictatorship stuff out the way. And then I imagine it was
the secretary lady.
Yes.
Oh, she's a level of dom camp that, like...
She was a vibe. I mean, talk about me being bad. Literally, a few times throughout the show, Amber fully went, she can get in my bed.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you know what? I'm gay, but I understand it. Like,
yeah. When she just, like, takes the gloves off, holds them, and then slaps Gerard Way round the face with the gloves. And we're like... And everyone's like...
And, like, the standing orders, like, giving them out and...
So
Yes.
I don't say that word often, but, like...
Relevant.
The definition of...
Oh, yes. And then, yeah, it all starts to sort of, like, unravel in terms of the story, doesn't it? And then, if I'm right in thinking that the whole thing of the Black Parade segment ends basically with their staging and etc. being, like, missile attacks.
Yeah, so I think the lore of it is that the nation launches a nuclear missile, which was one of the songs. Yeah. And then during teenagers, they had all of, like, the, like, old school propaganda of, like, soup adverts and stuff.
Yeah, and, like, an old school, like, game show where everyone's happy all the time. And, look at these two teenagers dancing and old school values. And
and then it ends with, like, the military country getting nuked. So everything's on fire, including real people on fire. Like, just a man on fire.
A man on fire running across the stage... completely ablaze. Like, when I say there were stunt performers there, there were stunt performers. Like, so we have a guy run across the stage on fire. So many fire pyrotechnics, like, throughout the show. Not so much appreciated during a heat wave, because when they got going, you could feel it from the back of the venue where we was. But so much fire. And to top all of that off as well, there was the... I think I've only ever seen either Metallica or Rammstein do it, or both, where it's like the firework pyrotechnic on a wire going like from the stage to, like, the speaker, like, towers, going over the audience, and just so many, like, fireworks, fire. The whole stage was near enough on fire. Like, there was pillars on fire.
It was great.
It was incredible. And then there was just, like, a multitude of fireworks from the actual roof of Wembley itself, like, during all of this. I mean, talk about immersive.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And it's something I still describe as, like, camp. But I feel like when people think of camp, you think of, like, you know, glitter, like... bright colours, like, drag camp. But I think there is something incredibly camp within, like, the emo scene.
Oh yeah, well, it's the larger than life. It's the exaggeration. Yeah. It's it's so much of that which is camp. Camp is like hamming it up.
You can have like the XY axis that's like colourful to like black and emo and like gritty, and you can still have camp up here, so you can still be high on the camp scale.
I mean, a lot of that music really does have its origins within camp. I mean, you look at, you know, stuff like glam rock from the 70s, 80s. Some of those are like the precursors for modern day drag, really.
Yeah.
So obviously then all of that has evolved into all these other avenues of rock music, including emo, grunge, etc. So it really all does have its ties back in the worlds of camp. So shout out to camp in all its forms.
Shout out to camp.
Thank you.
And all the people at the Camp Met Gala that were boring.
Thank you. Thank you,
so
Ace.
Many things you could have done.
I still think my biggest letdown for that was RuPaul. What the fuck was that suit? I mean, that was giving Trixie Mattel at the season 7 reunion.
You are RuPaul, like...
You are the definition of camp. And you turn up in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
anyway,
we digress.
Then we had the little interval break bit.
Yes.
When we met some lovely people behind us.
Yes, absolutely lovely people. Glaswegian. Yeah, they just sort of like started talking more so, I think, to Amber.
Yeah.
And we will play you a little voice note from Amber in a while. We're having a feature from Amber. But yeah, absolutely lovely people. I'll be honest, there were times where I was struggling to understand the accent because this was like a thick Scottish accent that he had especially. But so lovely people. And yeah, during the interval...
we can let Amber say it in her own words.
Exactly.
Cut it down.
This happened.
This happened. This might be a very extended story. It might not. We'll find out.
There we go.
Right.
The first act of My Chemical Romance had just finished. So we just finished our Black Parade, or return to the Black Parade as such. And the couple behind me were like, oh, is that it? And I turned around and was like, no. They've got the B-side of their set still. There's just a little gap now. And he was like, oh, thank you. You just saved us. We would have left otherwise. I was like, no, that's okay. You could tell by their accents they'd come from Scotland. And then he asked me, have you bought the vinyl that's available? There's an exclusive vinyl for this gig that has like an eyeball design on it. And I said, no, like I had to decide what I wanted to spend money on. And he went, oh, do you want one? And he gave me one. And basically, yeah, he was just going to sell a second one, and said that I'm a true fan and that I deserve it, and he wants to give it to me. So very shocked, very privileged, very humbled. So shout out to our Glaswegian. Is that what you call people that are from Glasgow?
That is, yes.
This is when it turns out they're from somewhere else. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kenzie and Ace.
They were Glaswegian.
Thank you to them, because I genuinely couldn't be happier. What a night.
It was so... just the peak of humanity. It was so lovely. And I mean, Amber, bless her, I think she
As if emotions weren't high enough.
Like... Oh, I mean, so many songs throughout the set, and it would come on and she would just be like, gotta prepare myself emotionally now. And
grab the bar in front of us, like...
Yeah, literally. And then that happens, and I how she just wasn't a wreck, I don't know, because...
That is not what it sounded like you said you were going to say for a minute when you were saying a wreck.
What does it sound like I was going to...
It sounded like you were about to go erect, and I was like, oh, was Amber?
Well, I mean, you know, you never know. On a night like
yes,
last night. I was going to go into Kylie Minogue then. I'm delirious. But yeah, it was so lovely. And then they sort of started talking to like us and asking about like what we do, because it was quite a long interval, to be fair. I mean, they had like a person playing cello, I'm going to say. It was some stringed instrument.
Having a fiddle of the strings.
Yes, having a good old fiddle on stage. And they... So, yeah, this was quite a long interval anyway, so we just got talking to them, asked, like, what we did, and it was like, oh, we're all performers, and, you know, we're saying about, like, me and Ace, obviously, our drag performers, we're showing them pictures, and they were dumbfounded. Apparently, I look better than his wife. And I said,
Is that what was said?
Yeah, in front of his wife, he literally said, you look better than my wife. And I was like, I mean, to be fair, that's just because I got like half a Dulux colour chart on my face. Anyone would look good with that as well. But yeah, I mean, just absolutely lovely people. It turned out that he didn't really sort of say too much about what else he does, but he did say that he ran like a charity, which helps at the moment people with ADHD and branching out into like autism, helping people get the help that they need in terms of diagnosis and stuff like that. So just absolutely like nice people.
Shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
If you happen to be listening.
Yeah, if you are listening.
We love and appreciate you.
Yeah,
You're a great vibe.
I think she followed all of us on Instagram anyway, so she might see the clip and watch the show. I don't know. But yeah, shout out to both of you.
Yeah.
And also, speaking of Amber, I mean, maybe not so much getting out, but going into the venue, quite good in terms of accessibility. You know, lifts where there needed to be lifts. They were apparently very quick when she emailed them about her like requests and that, and having questions. They were very quick apparently emailing her back and sort of giving her like a medical exemption certificate because she needed like a bottle of Lucozade with her for medical reasons. So yeah, I mean, you know, that all wasn't too bad. But yeah, it was just the rest of the evening then that...
Yeah, let's get to the dramatic bit.
Let's finish the episode off with the drama.
In.
So, show ends, and as anyone who has been to Wembley will know, or even if you've just seen TikToks about it, it is its own military operation, getting out of Wembley. Never mind the military stuff we had on stage. This was the real deal now. So we obviously like leave our seats when they finished like the B stage set of all like the B tracks, and yeah, so we all have our wees and that as you do before you leave. Well,
you did. I saw the queue for the ladies and went, I'll be fine. It won't be a long journey back. You know, yes, it will be a bit tricky, like getting out of Wembley. But I thought once we're on the train from Wembley, all gonna be smooth sailing from there.
That's a little bit of foreshadowing for you.
Foreshadowing.
So yeah, we all have our wees and all of that, and then we thankfully there was like a lift like directly opposite the disabled toilet anyway. Yeah. So we go to that, and we're waiting there for a little while because we have the same thing at the O2, to be fair, using that lift where it's like the lift sort of comes and it's already full of people, so then you have to wait again and wait again.
I mean, it was no more than like 5 minutes. It didn't feel like we were there very long.
No, it wasn't that bad. I think it was like 2 stops that it made, and then it was like empty for us. Yeah. So that wasn't too bad. But as we're waiting, people start flooding through the corridor because it's like it's in its own little corridor, the lift, and it's also got access to like a offside like stairwell, I suppose.
It was like the fire exit. So I think someone from security had obviously seen that the escalators were getting jammed and was just like, let's just get some people out through the fire exit doors. Like, get out. Yeah.
Was it jammed? I'm not sure if I heard someone say that like they kept stopping.
Yes.
Because of like weight or something.
Maybe,
like,
something like that.
So the escalators were
not working.
Not doing their intended job.
They were not escalating.
No.
Or de-escalating. Is it de-escalating if they go down? That sounds cool. I like that.
De-escalating at that point, yeah.
I like that.
There we go. Not de-escalating the situation.
De-escalating. Yeah, it definitely wasn't de-escalating the situation.
No. So, yeah, there's all these, like, people then start to file through. And it's also at that point, this one guy in particular goes and looks fully at a group of people with crutches and accessibility aids and goes, you can all take the stairs as well. And Amber then just looks at him and goes, no, it's fine. We're all waiting for the lift. And I mean, I get the vibe that he was just doing his job and just trying to get everyone out as quickly as possible and etc. But also, like, just have a look at the situation. There's people there with mobility aids, etc., waiting for the lift. Oh, do you all want to take the stairs as well? What do you think? So yeah, that was maybe the one downside of the accessibility part.
The one time that we did for getting then the next set of lifts.
Yes.
Because there was quite a longer queue for that. And I was like, well, I can see where this lift goes. It sounds like I'll just go down the stairs and I'll meet you down there just as one less person that needs to get in the lift. And again, so I get down the bottom and the security guy is like, oh, this is a dead end. You can't go this way. And I was like, oh, I'm just waiting. My friends are in the lift, which there was 2 lifts there. And I was like, is there a lift in here? I can see there's an accessibility lift here, but that doesn't look like where I just walked. Is there a lift here? Because this looks like where the lift goes down. And he was just like, have you called your friend? I was like, what? I've just been with my friend upstairs. I've just walked down the stairs. I'm here to just to meet them. And like, yeah, but have you called your friend to make sure? I was like,
am I missing something?
I'm like, I just want to know, is there a lift here? If yes, I'm just going to stand here. I'm not going in the. I'm not trying to go back in the lift. I'm not trying to go in the building. I'm just trying to meet with my friends again.
I just need to know if there is a lift here, because when I spoke to my friends just now,
literally 1 minute ago,
they were going down the lift. I need to know, is this the lift that they were going down? Thankfully, it was.
It was, yes. It was easy in the end.
Yeah, sometimes common sense doesn't win in these situations.
Yeah, and then they had the accessibility ramp up to the station, which had like the cord in limbo.
Yeah, so we do the usual. Again, anyone that's like left Wembley will know exactly what we're talking about. You do the shuffle along the entire Wembley, whatever the road name is. It's like from the train station to the stadium. You do the shuffle along from there, and as we sort of get closer to the station, we see that there is ramp access. And obviously Amber needed that. So we start to sort of like filter through into the part that we need to be for that. At that point, we're joined up with a bunch of other people that obviously need to use the ramp. I think at one point I did say a joke of like, disabled assemble, like Avengers assemble. It did feel very much like that. And oh my God, what happened? Because there was one moment where Amber really let slip. And
I think they were trying to like get people again. They were trying to get people to like move, like keep moving essentially, because the rest of the crowd was moving. So again, it was like, getting.
That was it. We were all waiting for the ramp.
Yeah.
Obviously, a bunch of people that needed to use it, and this one guy that's like part of the team monitoring the ramp for those that need to use it just goes, are you all together? And Amber just goes, no, we're just all disabled. And then straight away she goes, sorry, that was just my ADHD. I didn't mean that to be bitchy. But literally, everyone around us was like, good on you, girl.
Yeah.
We all wanted to say that.
Like big up Amber for full on like advocating for herself. I know you shouldn't it shouldn't be a situation where you have to that extent. But, you know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is the world that we currently live in.
Yeah. So then we finally get onto the ramp. There was someone at the foot of it. I don't know what her deal was, but she was on the floor being tended to. Finally get up the ramp because it sort of winds its way round. Yeah. And then at the end, there's there's like red and white hazard tape cordoning it off at the top, and they're just lifting it up for all the ramp users to walk
limbo under.
So then people are making comments about that, and I go into a type 5 of, oh yeah, they're trying out a new event for the Paralympics, the Paralympic limbo. Get a bit of a laugh from that, so thank you. I think, thankfully, by the time we got to it, it must have been like ripped down or something because it wasn't there. But as we're looking up, it's like, are they actually making people limbo under tape that are disabled or like less able?
Cordoning off the disabled exit, like.
So yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah. But I feel like that was all pretty standard for what I was expecting leaving. I was expecting that bit to be rough.
Yeah, I mean,
further foreshadowing.
Yeah, again, because there was the worry of, you know, we need to be back at West Ham for a certain time for our train.
We were close to I think we got to the bottom of the platform. I think I worked out about 3 minutes before the last train. Yeah, so it was meant to be.
We would have made it.
Meant to be. So we would have made it, but it was you know, it was going to be tight.
And to be fair, I think on the way back on the Jubilee line, which in itself was that was a nightmare anyway. Just in terms of bodies and heat. So yeah, we finally get to West Ham. I think during that train journey, Jake also messaged like our family group chat saying like, oh, there's, I think
something's happening at Stratford.
Yeah, something's happened at Stratford. Don't know if it will affect you. So it's like, okay, we'll be vigilant for it. We should be past Stratford near enough by that point.
And CTC doesn't go through Stratford, so like, you know.
Well, it does, but not that often. I mean, it's not one of the main ones.
Yeah.
So we get to West Ham, get to where we need to go, look at the boards, and we're like, I think our first instinct was like, oh, that's okay. We didn't need to rush anyway because they're all delayed.
They're all delayed. The one from 11 o'clock is delayed. Oh.
And this was at like 12:40.
Yeah.
So then the word starts rippling through.
Ooh. It was so dramatic because you've got to remember everyone's come from MCR. There's everyone that's just been out,
or Pitbull,
and Pitbull as well, and just people who have been out for the night on London.
Friday night.
People that have just got flights in from Heathrow coming home with all their luggage.
Yeah, met a few of them.
So you know, people trying to. Where we were was people mainly trying to get back to like Basildon and Southend because we were at West Ham. But you know, it was the same in Stratford, and you know, it's sort of like in school or something where there's like the little ripples of rumours of like, oh, they've all been cancelled. There's no trains to Southend until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, you know, and no one's what? I was like, what?
Yeah. So. Yeah, all this word starts going out and it's like, shit. So straight away, I jump onto the group chat and go, all C2C trains are cancelled. And thank God for Papa Blackheart, he really did come in clutch. We quickly arranged it all. So the plan very quickly was, right, take the district line to Upminster. Dad'll meet you there, drive you back.
Yeah.
God bless you, Papa Blackheart, for that, because honestly, otherwise that would have been about an £80 taxi journey for us.
If we could get a taxi.
Because
I would have loved to know I would have loved to be someone that lives in Upminster last night, to know what it, like if you woke up and looked outside on the street to Upminster being flooded with My Chemical Romance fans, Pitbull fans, and just general drunk people at
like, do you know where we can go get fucked up?
Yeah, people just being like, well, can't get home tonight, let's go drink. Because of course somewhere in Upminster will still be open at 1:30, 2 in the morning. So, you know, just these crowds of like bold people and emos overtaking Upminster, and it being like, you know, the taxis was like a 1 to 2 hour wait to be able to get in a taxi.
So the roads themselves around the station were busy as well.
Yeah, obviously there wasn't very particularly buses running at that point. There's no food open. chaos.
Yeah, it was something about it felt almost a little bit apocalyptic.
It did.
Which was normally is my vibe.
It was appropriate.
It was appropriate. Yeah, an appropriate way to end the evening. But yeah, literally, thank God for Papa Blackheart, because it was. We get the district line to Upminster, which in itself was a slog anyway, because unlike the C2C, there's like 5 stops per C2C stop. And literally, as we go to every C2C stop, there's just trains stopped there. Like, nothing's happening, but people sat on them.
And I don't understand, because this was... So this all happened because there was like a fire at...
A bushfire.
A bushfire at Stratford.
Someone lit a shrub on fire.
I think it was when Amber had been joking that, you know, it's like a leaf on the track or something causing it all. And then we were like, oh, it's a bushfire. And just like,
and it
predicted it.
It was a few leaves.
A few leaves, but, you know. But, like, we were past the point of Stratford. So I don't really know why none of those trains could have moved.
Literally. And I think I said it on the way back. It was like, if we were in the middle of the countryside, I can understand, you know, train delays and that in that regard. But... we're in a capital city's rail network.
Yeah.
There should be 100 contingencies for something like this. There was no rail replacement buses. There was just nothing. It all just stopped. And it was just no information. Have fun. Good luck.
On a Friday night with 2 very big gigs. Plus Wimbledon.
And Wimbledon, yes.
Wimbledon, 2 big gigs. General Sunday night vibes.
Yeah.
Friday night
vibes. In summer.
You know, the football's on, so there would have been people out for the watching the football as well in summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a slog, but thankfully all got, you know, much later than we intended to.
So this is when I was really wishing that I had queued up and gone to that loo stop before we left Wembley. But luckily, I work in the NHS, which means I have a bladder of steel.
Yeah.
And I can go a whole 8 hours without the toilet if I need to, through pure training of my pelvic floor, through not having time to do that. So, you know.
Pelvic floor of a champion. I can't relate. And neither can Mama B. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, thankfully we got in and it was just like... At that, so again, Ace slept round here last night because it made more sense. We've got a gig today as well.
God help us.
On top of everything that happened yesterday. We're both in drag, not just for the podcast, but because we have a gig tonight in Rayleigh. So...
R.I.P. us. What have we done?
I mean, all I can say is to the rest of the cast tonight, we apologise for what we're going to be like tonight. We're either going to be dead to the world or delirious as fuck.
I was going to say, the even when we were just in the car on the way back, I was like, I know I'm delirious because I am chatty. I'm often quite a more quiet, reserved person. And I definitely feel more on the chatty side today, which has worked well for the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, it's the perfect medium for it.
Yeah, clearly you just need to get me sleep deprived whenever you invite me round to do one of these podcasts. Noted for future.
Yeah. Ace, right, you're doing the podcast tomorrow. Right, set an alarm for... You go to sleep at 1, set an alarm for 3. There we go. Get the best content. And yeah, that's... Last night is also why my voice now sounds...
Sexy voice.
Yeah, extra sultry and...
Yes.
I'm entering my jazz singer era. I might go and do a little bit of... what's her name? Etta James. And I was going to say Eartha Kitt, but she's a different kind of...
Yeah, different.
Although it does kind of a little bit give Eartha Kitt.
Yeah.
All the leather crunk.
Yeah, that was good.
I'll put on my cha-cha heels and walk all over you. That's such an underrated song.
Yeah, it is.
Bronski beat with Eartha Kitt. Anyway,
on the topic of deep voices, I was going to say this is like a little bit of Ace lore now.
Oh,
so when I was doing musical theatre, controversial, hopefully I don't get cancelled for this. Not my fault, I was a child. The adults putting on the production definitely should have thought about whether the whiz is an appropriate thing for a majority, if not all white theatre group to do. Yeah. Anyway, I was cast as the lion. Great character, great songs. I love The Wiz. You know, I was a child. The thought of, is this a good... you hope that the adults involved had thought that through.
Yeah, I mean, you're not necessarily worrying about racism at that age.
So, this is little Ace as like a 12, maybe 13-year-old little white girl, little skinny white girl. And I get told, oh, for this section, we want you to do an impression of Louis Armstrong. What about me thinks that I can do that? I mean, I'm not even claiming that I was good at acting at that point. I know that I got that role because nobody else went for it. And I was happy playing that role because I liked cats. And that was the majority it. What? No, I can't do that. They also hadn't read through the script and hadn't changed the part where the poppies are prostitutes. And the poppies were being played by like the 8-year-olds.
Oh no.
I was reading through and be like, I don't know if this is appropriate.
Oh no.
to have these 8-year-olds sexily dancing around me and blowing mysterious powder in my face that then makes me act a little bit. Ooh.
Woo. Yep, the saxophones were getting louder. That's yeah.
The moment you said deep, we're talking about deep voice, was like, oh, I have got a story for the pod here.
That one time that you was asked to impersonate Louis Armstrong as a child.
As a child.
I swear to God, that if today wasn't solely about MCR, there could have been so many good titles for this episode.
Oh,
yeah. I think that pretty much wraps up our MCR shenanigans.
Thank you for listening. I hope this was like a nice little like two friends catching up after you've like been to, or if you didn't make it to the gig, like getting to hear a little bit about it. Yeah, I feel like there's quite a big crossover between our audience and people that would like MCR.
Oh yeah, I mean if our emo night and that is anything to go by, we know most of you at least appreciate what, that sort of music. So, but yeah, I mean, ultimately as well, it's just something special because never had anything before where it's been like, we've been to, we don't. The thing is, like, us as a troupe, we don't ever really sort of hang out much in person.
No.
Apart from gigs, but outside of gigs, not that particularly much.
It is weird when we're all like together in a group outside of gigs. It is super strange because it's like, who are the, like, who are these men?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And I think even yesterday, it was very much a case of, am I drag naming you or government naming you? And we just settled on drag names. I mean, I don't care. Kenz is gender neutral anyway in Irish. So, but yeah, it's weird, but also it's nice.
Especially, I know I definitely confuse a lot of people out of, because I will quite often arrive with like, I've got quite long hair. It's normally in like plaits and stuff. So I will quite often arrive to places and say hi to people and they're like, oh, hi. Like, and I'm like, it's Ace. And they're like,
sweetie, you can't be here to the meet and greet without a wristband. Like,
yeah. And be like, oh, sorry, doors aren't open yet. I'm like,
well, I should hope not, because I still have to get it changed.
I need to get my makeup on, clearly.
Couldn't you have done that at home before you came and did the audience? No, I'm performing. Yeah. So, yeah.
Shows the transformation.
Face. No, we can't be doing that. We can't be coming for Estella's crown. Because she is Miss Face 2024. Did she win it? I can't remember. I know she won a category in face. 25. Thank you, Jake.
Thank you, Jake, for knowing the hot house law.
Yeah, our fountain.
Clearly, we need like hot house. Now that we've been talking about the MCR law, we clearly need some hot house law.
And for that, I definitely turn to Jake because it is like dating my stalker sometimes. I will be honest, it is like dating a stalker sometimes. I feel like I'm dating Kathy Bates in Misery. I'm your number one fan. He never got out of the cock-a-doodie car. Yeah, it's very...
It's not stalking, it's just autism.
Not stalking, just autism. That's what he said.
And just, being so madly obsessed with me.
We love that. Cute.
It's the right wig for it as well.
Yeah, I can't quite do
in my little Liza Kris Jenner. I'm going to finish this episode off. I was going for 90s Linda Evangelista. I look like Liza Minnelli and Kris Jenner at the same time.
Yeah, now in the suit, it is giving very Kris Jenner.
Yeah.
And I'm giving like the Kardashian child that was shunned for having the emo face. So like, you're not very
You're not very marketable within the Kardashian brand, so we're going to leave you out of the limelight, and Kim, Khloe, and Kourtney will take the lead. I know Kim's just had her big sex tape leaked, but regardless of that, we can't let an emo be seen within the Kardashian clan. So yeah.
Yeah, this is giving like Kai Kardashian.
Yeah, Kai Kardashian.
Kai
there we
Kardashian.
go.
That would be it. I feel like that could be like a sick drag name as well.
Yeah, that.
If you were like leaning into that character, like you could definitely build like a kooky character out of that.
Definitely. Yeah, I think now's a good time to.
This is like the most tangents you've got out of me ever.
Oh, before we derail this episode more than C2C derailed themselves yesterday. Heyo! We're gonna wrap this episode up. Normally we end it with happy endings, and I don't know if you've thought of one, but my one for this episode is just going to be getting to get home last night. And also, I mean, the show itself was incredible. Yeah. Regardless of the journey home, the show itself was spectacular. Like I said, I didn't know what I was going into. I didn't know if it was just going to be solely the hits, a band in a stadium, but it was a full immersive world and experience. And it was more than I expected, and I loved it. Yeah, so that's my happy ending for this episode.
Mine is that, obviously, as well. But also, I mean, I don't know when this is going to go out, but it is, when we're filming it, we've just had the semi-final of Megamorphosis at Dragonfly Lounge, and we're going to be having the final on Thursday. So depending on when this comes out, that either has happened or has not yet happened. And I'm so excited for it because the quality that was in the semi-final was incredible. And I'm so excited to see what everyone brings to the final. Amazing acts. The quality of what people are bringing and pushing themselves is awesome. And I've been a regular judge again.
They've been a judgy bitch.
Yes. Yeah.
A few Hot Shots alum I've seen as well.
There have, yeah. Kylie
Mahone.
Kylie's through to the
Mace, I believe I've seen.
Mace, yeah.
I can't think who else I've seen, but
Ella was, but then they were in the first season, and then I think they had like double bookings this year.
It happens.
Yeah. And I'm sure we will see some people from Megamorphosis at Hot Shots next year because, all the Colchester people go for Hot Shots.
Yeah, I mean, it's very much boring at this point. We are...
Do a Colchester season of Hot Shots.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we could literally near enough do 2 heats of one Colchester only, another heat, rest of the UK... And then the final could just be like Hot Shots, Colchester versus the world.
Versus the world.
There we go. I've called it.
Oh my God, make that happen.
There's Hot Shots 2027 is next year. Yes. Yeah. I've forgotten where I am. Hello. But yes, on that on that bullshit bombshell. We shall now love and leave you. Would you like to tell the folks where they can find you?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram at ace_spectrum. I think I have a TikTok that's under the same name, but I don't ever use it. So there's probably no point looking for it.
I noticed from the way that I send you TikToks and you never open them or send it or reply, and Anyway, and you can find me on The Kardashians every Wednesday on TLC. And don't forget to check out Skims, which is my daughter Kim's lingerie line. And she now has an exclusive range of merkin thongs for you. So, bye. The HotCast is a Hot House Drag UK production. Hosted, produced and edited by Kenz Blackheart. For more information, visit hothousedrag.co.uk or search for Hot House Drag UK on your chosen social media site. Thank you for listening.
Mama B's unimpressed face at your...
my Kris Jenner
your
impression.
Kris Jenner impression on top of your Liza impression earlier.
I feel like next time I audition for Drag Race, I could just do like multiple Snatch games in just this wig.
You know what? I think RuPaul would love that.
That would actually...
And I think
there's an MO.
I think actually that would show a lot of versatility.
That would.
Because you're not even like changing the look to change the character. You're just changing in your physicality and your accent.
Just like any good impressionist, they don't need all
you
the
don't
costume and that. They just...
It's not the costume, it's the vibe
persona
you're bringing.
and the voice. And
I think you do. I think you can win Snatch Game with that.
Who else can I do in this wig? So we've got Liza, Kris Jenner. I was going for Linda Evangelista in the 90s, but I don't know how I could do her as Snatch Game.
Could you maybe give... Who's the housewife? I know she's got brown hair rather than black hair.
Lisa Rinna?
Yeah, you could maybe give a bit of that.
I love her. She's so good on the current season of Traitors US.
We're watching it at the moment. We're about 3 episodes in.
Oh, okay. I won't give any spoilers then. Shh. Animals inside me, be quiet. Shh.